Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most gripping and profound stories in the Bible, the story of Abraham's test of faith. This powerful narrative, found in Genesis 22, explores the themes of trust, obedience, and the unshakable faith that Abraham demonstrated when God asked the unthinkable. Let's break it down. Abraham's journey with God had been one of promises and covenant. God had promised him that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Through his son Isaac, this promise would be fulfilled. Isaac was the child of promise, born to Abraham and Sarah in their old age, a miraculous gift from God. But then, everything changed. One day God spoke to Abraham and said, "Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you." Imagine the weight of those words. This was his beloved son, the one through whom God's promise was supposed to be fulfilled. Yet, Abraham didn't hesitate. The Bible tells us that he rose early the next morning, saddled his donkey, took 2 servants, and set out with Isaac on the journey to Moriah. For 3 days, Abraham walked with this command hanging over him. What must have been going through his mind? Did he question? Did he cry out to God in his heart? We're not told. What we do know is that Abraham kept going. When they reached the mountain, Abraham told his servants to stay behind. He said, "We will worship and then we will come back to you." Notice his words. We will come back. Even in this moment, Abraham's faith didn't waver. He trusted that God's promise would somehow prevail. Abraham and Isaac climbed the mountain. Isaac carried the wood for the offering, while Abraham carried the fire and the knife. Along the way, Isaac asked, "The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "God himself will provide the lamb." When they reached the place, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood. Then, in an act of ultimate obedience, he bound Isaac and laid him on the altar. As Abraham raised the knife to slay his son, an angel of the Lord called out, "Abraham, Abraham, do not lay a hand on the boy. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." At that moment, Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. He sacrificed the ram as a burnt offering instead of his son. Abraham named the place, "The Lord Will Provide," a name that echoes throughout history as a reminder of God's faithfulness. This story isn't just about Abraham's obedience, it's also about God's faithfulness. Abraham trusted that God's promise was unshakable, even when circumstances seemed to contradict it. And God provided a substitute for Isaac, foreshadowing the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ for humanity. What does this story teach us about faith? About trust? About obedience? Abraham's journey reminds us that faith often requires us to step into the unknown, trusting in God's plan even when we don't fully understand it. It's a call to surrender our will and trust in the goodness of God. Abraham's test of obedience is one of the most inspiring and challenging stories in the Bible. It's a reminder that God's plans are always greater than ours and that He is always faithful to provide. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more biblical insights and stories. Let us know in the comments, what does this story mean to you? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.